All right. Give it a minute or so.
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey, Matthew.
Hello.
Hey, Monique.
I have my Take T-shirt.
Wow.
Nice swag. It suits you, man. You look nice.
Yeah, and I posted comments on LinkedIn. I got all my three T-shirts: Giveth, comment stack, and Take all together. Yeah.
Nice.
This is from somebody who brought them on a plane to you.
Yeah. I ordered from that shop to my uncle's house in California, and Willie also sent me some swags and T-shirts to that address too. He came yesterday to in our city. And I have a bag full of options for me.
Nice. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So we'll get this started, and hopefully more people will trickle in as we're doing check-ins. So welcome to the Governance Call, 29th of November, 2021. And we'll get started off with 3 questions for everybody. How you're feeling, what your focus is for this week, and if you have any intentions for this call. I'll start. I am feeling groggy and disappointed that there's no bananas in my smoothie. And my focus for this week is to work on issues for the Give economy, close out anything I have remaining for comms, and hopefully publish that our Give DAO blog post sometime this week. Intentions for this call, we've got there's many open issues that I'd love to talk about. So with that, I'll pass it to Monique.
Hey everybody, I'm feeling happy. I'm a little bit distracted because the other call that I have. My focus during this week is just to make myself focused and finalize all the discussions on Notion with the docs that Donna created for the final proposed flow, and also using Marco to finalize the steps that is remain discussing on the new design, and having the devs more collaborating. And my intention for this call is just to help some issues from the dev side to finalize them. Also, that forum post and pan distribution, if I can help, I'll pass it on to Lauren.
I'm sorry for the information, but not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Ouch. I am distracted by that, and I'm making the updated listing for Gitcoin grants. But yeah, my focus was for this week are mainly restructuring and reorganizing. I want to figure out everything that we need to do for the Give economy before launch, and hopefully try to push it so that we can be done soon in like 3 weeks. But anyway, so just organizing things for the Give economy and for comms and getting things ready for Gitcoin grants. Yeah, I'm happy to be back, but it's like, a bad feeling day to start like focused effort. Anyway, I'll pass it to Marco.
Thanks a lot. Where are we? Come on, I need to find you guys. Okay, there we are. I'm feeling overwhelmed with a lot of calls this Monday. A lot of work, a lot of responses that still need to do, and writing stuff and documenting. So I feel a lot distracted by that. My focus for this week will be making updates to the donation flow based on all the comments that Monique posted, and also continue work finalizing the project's single pages for Giveth. Yeah, that's my focus for the week. And intentions for this call, none specifically other than what Mitch already has on the agenda. And I pass it over to Mateo.
Hey guys, buenos dias. Happy week for all. Yeah, last week I was pretty distracted with the community event here in Barranquilla. Mitch rocked it. He was amazing. We had a full house. Even more people came than expected, around 40. And I don't know how many in the streaming. So yeah, praise him. He was amazing representing Giveth and the TEC. For this week, there are so many things going on. I want to make the release today. The pull request has been approved by Ramin for the front end, and expecting the one for the back end to be reviewed by Mohammed. And then we have a new version for the Giveth IO app. And after that, I want to keep working on the new design. There are many things to do there. And yeah, really excited. I think that there are many improvements coming on really soon. And yeah, for this call, I just want to be present and be ready and in sync with everything that we are talking about. I'll pass it to Freshel.
Hi everyone, happy Monday, and I'm feeling great. And my focus for this week is payments, because I'm transitioning the Giveth API to be paid monthly, so I'm working on how that would be done with the schedules and all, since they are paid weekly. So I'm working on that. And also my intentions for this call is to have update on the bodies of Mateo, Ashley, and Bowen, and also reminding on the weather reviews, because it's almost the end of 2021. And that's it for me. I'll pass it to Donna.
Hi everyone. Well, I'm a little bit distracted because I have class in 1 hour, and as the time changes, it just overlaps with my meeting. So I have to think how we can change that. Well, I'm feeling good, a bit distracted. My intentions for this week is to test all of the tickets in the staging and make sure that the new release is stable. And finally, having the guideline to set a one-to-one testing session with each of you. And I'm going to send you the poll this week, so you can choose your time. And yeah, that's my intention for this week. So I'm going to pass it to Annie.
Hey everyone, happy Monday. Coming back from vacation, and I'm fresh now, and I'm here to see what's going on, and yeah, and maybe discuss about payment. As Freshly said, we want to make the dark development campaign empty. Yeah, that's it. Is there anyone missed? And it's happy to see Forrest. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Is there anyone missed? Money?
I can take it.
Okay, I pass it to Griff.
I'm feeling stoked. I can't believe that David DOILR's Giveth project raised 30 Ether, 120K yesterday. So that's wild. That's amazing. And my focus this week is Give Drop and everything Give Economy. I'm excited to work with Mitch and Lauren on the parameters for conviction voting and DAO voting, and take over the Give Drop finalization. And as far as like intentions for this call, I added a couple of things to the agenda, but we'll just go over it. And I'll pass it to, Forrest. Forrest, are you there?
We can see your mic going, but there's no sound.
Then maybe I'll throw it to Mo Saidi.
Hi. Okay. Thanks. I'm continuing working on the gig economy, helping Marco and adding hints for developers, and working on the responsive version of the design. I joined this meeting to know what everyone else is working on different things. And Forrest, are you back? No. I think I can
You're
pass
unmuted,
it back
but
to
there's
you,
no sound.
Mitch.
We have Pythagorean, if you would like to jump in. I don't know. This is the governance call.
Yeah.
So how you're feeling, if you have any focus this week, and what are your intentions for the call?
Yeah. I'll keep mine short, and I'll focus on the intentions for the call, which is for me to get a better understanding of what folks are working on so I can see how I might be of benefit. And so I'll give it off to anyone else who'd like to take it.
All right. Last call, Forrest. You got it working? Got it sorted? Ooh, I can see there's audio there. I can see the intention, but there's no sound. Maybe try rejoining. I'm gonna move down the agenda, and whenever your audio is working, just jump right in, Forrest. Okay. So I'm just gonna start from the beginning here. These are some of the priority agenda items from last week that I'm hoping to knock out or get some updates on. And there's Hannah's work agreement announcement, and Hannah is not here, so I don't think we'll be able to move that forward. Working group PAN allocations. We had a bunch of great ideas from last week, and I kind of tried to sum it up in a system that I thought would be safe enough to try. So that is in the stewards channel, I believe. And the link is there for the discussion. I don't know how many people have read it yet, but I just kind of put in the meat of it there. And I'd like to hear if there's any comments for that.
Is this supposed to be like we're doing this for this round of PAN payouts that we were working on before, or are we talking about changing this for next round? Because I'm just a bit confused about like what's still required for working group stewards for like this round of PAN payouts, and it'd be great to get them like done and sent through before the Gitcoin grant rounds end, so we could have PAN to donate if we wanted to.
Yeah. What really sucks is normally Hannah would do this stuff, and then she's not here. And it sounds like she started a new job. Hey, Danny.
I've been talking to Hannah, trying to get to where I could do these PAN payments today. I was trying to get it done yesterday. She gave me some screenshots of numbers. So my request was to have a spreadsheet that I could cut and paste the numbers into to get these out. She hasn't answered me on that one yet here this morning. But this is my number one priority right now, and I've been working with her to get these PAN payments out.
Okay, and so then just to answer Lauren's question is we're distributing from the old method. Like I think we kind of, what we did before is we did individual contributors and then we reducted an amount finally. And so is that the distribution that's going out, or is this something else?
I want to be, so the one that I have is all the same as it's always been. I understand there was a change forthcoming for this most recent period, but I haven't seen that yet.
So Danny, you're going to be distributing the ones that we were kind of talking about last round, that was sort of allocated. I mean, I never even made the allocations for the comms working group because I was asking questions like, I mean, I'm confused about who to even include. Like, is it just like multiple people can be included across different circles? And then it just like gets really confusing to be talking about like what work gets accounted for here and there. Like, a lot of things are comms and related to comms, so it's like a lot of people add value to comms, and so it's like even at the beginning it was like asked to estimate a number before, like at the beginning of the period of who would be contributing, and then at the end of the period it was like different who was actually contributing. So then the number of contributors would have to change. But if I change the number on the spreadsheet, it changes the amount of pan going to every group. But some people had already done their allocations, and then I just didn't do anything. So I'm confused about what we're distributing or what I need to do in order to make this go forward.
So go ahead, Danny.
I feel your pain. My request to Hannah was please give me a spreadsheet of the numbers so I know how much pan to distribute to everybody. That's the piece that I can do for you. But the change that was made for the circles and how I can't. I don't understand it either, Lauren. I'd be happy to sit down and look at it with you. So let's schedule some time and get that done. But I don't know. I just know I can distribute pan if you give me a number.
Yeah. Well, so this is where I wanted to ask. We did a distribution already, and that was the one where we did each individual contributor, right? And we did that as stewards. And so has that distribution gone out, or is that the one that still we're like trying to figure out?
Yeah, no, that one has not gone out. Hannah put in a screenshot of some numbers in the governance channel. So my request is for a spreadsheet so I can actually update it and state that I did it.
Well, I think since we already did it that way and that like this is already behind, we could probably send out that one and then maybe implement this new system with like Lauren, sounds like there's like some unresolved corner issues, so like we could hash that out and have it ready for the next period. Yeah. So then the one that we've already done and quantified and did all that stuff can go out as is, I'm pretty sure.
And this was the one that we did where we had like we put a percentage and we made the percentage totals equal 100 and then we averaged out whoever put percentages in, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Cool. And then so this like next one where we was at another spreadsheet and people were asking questions that never got answered. Oh, I was asking questions that never got answered in the channel. That one will be later.
Yeah. This is like kind of we needed some idea to work with, so this is the first one I presented, and like as long as we can work with that and tweak out any of these weird issues, then maybe we can have that ready for next period. Okay, I'm going to write this down. Okay, any other discussion that we want to have around this?
Just the plan is still to try to move pan payments out of trace, right? So just filling up people's traces and then the rest get donated on XI or something like that.
Yeah, that was my big question. If I distribute all of this pan to you guys on Trace, that means now we have to go through the whole Trace process to get it into your wallets. That was why I wanted the spreadsheet. So if you get, maybe we could just put wallet addresses in there. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it would make a lot of sense to distribute on ZK Sync, unless if people want to donate it, or XI if people want to trade it. So, yeah, I feel like we need an address and like where do you want the money, basically, right? ZK Sync for donating on Gitcoin and XI.
Okay. And what about for donating it or for staking it?
Yeah, donating it, staking it, or selling it. Like if you're staking or selling, then XDAI is probably the place to be.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're donating it, ZK Sync is the place to be.
Okay. And they both use the same Ethereum address. It's just different chains.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Well, then that sounds like a second part that needs to be added to the distribution. And
So what do you guys think? So right now, the PAN is in the Giveth 2 campaign on Trace. So in order for me to distribute it to you guys, I have to go get the number for each of you, send it to each of your wallets. Maybe it would be wiser for us to make a cumulative calculation of what it all is and move it through a single trace to be able to distribute it off of XDAI. Like I would prefer to do that. It doesn't feel good to me to get to do all these individual distributions on Trace right now.
Yeah. I think the only people who need individual ones are if there's like some PAN stuck in their trace to get them above $300. But other than that, man, no more individual. Let's get all this. Once everyone has enough PAN off of Trace, then I mean, it might even make sense just to anyone who has PAN on Trace, just top them up to, $320 or something in case there's exchange things, and just like say, oh, sorry, and then pull it all off of Trace and do all distribution separately. I mean, I would let you make that decision, Danny. I also don't know how many people have money stuck in the PAN stuck in Trace.
Yeah, I have a spreadsheet of it. It just doesn't have the new amounts for the most recent periods added to it. That's what I was trying to get done this weekend. I will get this done today. And I did not want to distribute to all these individuals, but I tracked who's got what in each one, so we can get this done.
okay, cool. And I suppose there's going to be some async discussion, or at least there should be, and we'll follow up with that in governance.
In the channel, yep.
Great. And I want to move on from there because we still have a lot of more points to cover in this meeting. And I'll try and update the action items there. Next is the Optimism 20K. So we've been...
I think Nuggin might do this for us. He wants to pay taxes, so I think he and I will sort this out.
Okay. All right. Great. But otherwise, has anyone else have anything they want to contribute to this conversation?
Only to what extent will this be transparent, and how do we determine how to allocate those funds, and what is so loud?
Griff, that's your background. It's a washing machine, it sounds like.
Yeah, sorry. As far as how do we allocate these funds, I assume that it will be. Sorry about the washing machine. I assume that it will depend on how we get the money. Like, is it a Ether or is it some sort of fiat cash? I haven't done any research on this, so I'm excited to ask Chewy, who has been going through it with the TEC, to sort it out. Chewy and Eduardo. So yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah, I just have the thought on it that this is a retroactive, so I'd really like to be looking at how to make sure that we're able to use it to retroactively reward.
Sure. Okay. Anything else about this? Like, it sounds like we've at least got somebody who's willing to do it, and that's going to be a really great start. And then in terms of making it transparent, well, we'll have to figure out more details of what it actually is going to look like before we can make it transparent. Is there any more discussion about this topic here before we move on? Okay, cool. Giveth ENS. There was no updates in there. Looks like somebody dropped in a Vercel deployment.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't actually check it yet, but at least that's where we can check to see if any address has ENS.
Has ENS tokens delegated to them or dropped to them?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Any discussion around this, or can we just move on? Wonderful. Nice. Ashley's here. Cool. Nice to have you, Ashley. And Kai. Wow. I can't hear you if you're talking though. So this is for you, reward security vulnerability report check-in. I think this is basically done. Maybe if you can just tell me about this last action item, Ashley, to do a review on her LinkedIn account.
Yeah, I just got access to the LinkedIn on Friday, and so now I'm trying to figure out how to post it from ours. I've never used LinkedIn before, but I got her ETH address that was given to Griff, and now I'm going to work on that today.
Okay, cool. Just update this when you're done, and then we can take this right off and stop carrying it over week to week. So,
yeah.
Cool. Looks like Griff, you got a pile of issues you added in here at the bottom, and so maybe you just want to go through those.
Sure. I mean, the first one's just more like, hey, I think Mitch and Lauren and I are going to try to figure out some parameters for tau voting and conviction voting. We've been doing a lot of param parties and know how to use the tool really well. So, but if anyone else wants to like be in the loop on that, DM me, I guess, and we'll chat. I don't know if anyone has any comments on that, but it's worth mentioning. And then moving away from Trace. So Trace is just really, really expensive. And we've been doing a lot of payments on Trace for the DApp team. But I think in general, we should try to minimize our use of Trace, which if we're minimizing the use of Trace, that's like, what does that say about the rest of the users, you know? So that's just a little scary, I guess. And I feel like at least to start, we should just like try to avoid promoting Trace and also talking about Trace at least until gas goes away. I want to say that this happened to us in 2018 where gas got really expensive. And we changed our whole strategy around it, and then gas got cheap again, 6 months later, and it didn't matter for the next 2 years. And we would have been better off just staying on mainnet that whole time and not changing our strategy. So I don't want to say like, oh man, we should just stop using Trace or any of this forever. It's like, let's just put a pause on it and see what happens with gas. And then, of course, after the launch, we can talk about getting Trace to other chains. But I wouldn't say this is the end of Trace or anything. I'd just say, let's put a pause until gas gets back under control. And then for our own internal use. And, and not promote it, to the outside world so much, since no one really wants... I mean, it's just like even getting the DAI on mainnet, all of a sudden it will cost you, $50 to do something with. So it's just like, so that's all. I don't know if anyone else has any comments on this, on Trace.
I have a question. Should we, we have Gitcoin grants coming up right now, and we have a specific project for Trace, or should we not update it so that it's maybe not included in the grant, or we want to still have it there but not promote it at all?
I think we should still have the grant up there and still raise funds from it. There's no reason to not do that. I have a whole lot of feelings around Trace right now because I've literally built projects using it, like using Trace, using the community and the projects and the traces to demonstrate how our project functions. and we have donations that we're trying to decide how to allocate them. And there's limitations on Giveth.io right now that make it not the best thing to use as projects for a few different reasons. So I totally understand that this is a decision that we don't really want to make, but we need to make. It also has significant effects because there are projects using it that count on it. So I don't know what to do about that right now, but I'm going to take a look at it and figure it out because we do have donations that need to come in and I need to figure out where to do it properly. So I'll probably create a forum post about this.
I don't think it's a problem to continue to use it for your needs. And that's what I'm saying. It's I'm not saying we shouldn't continue to maintain it or, work it. I'm just saying as Giveth, we shouldn't use it for our own payments.
Yeah, and what does that say too? As a nonprofit, I don't want so much of my contributions getting eaten up by gas either. I want to be able to recommend using XDAI, but I can't use Giveth.io right now when the funds go directly to a wallet and I can't set up multiple addresses and accounts. So the layers not being there, it's a catch-22.
Okay. Well, it sounds like there's a lot of stuff that we can't figure out right now. But does anyone disagree with what Griff was saying, basically, of just to kind of scale back on promoting Trace and to pause using it?
My comment is just, I totally agree with stuff working for our use right now. But, we have a plan for integrating. We did lots of stuff, especially in the new design we're working on it right now. We have tabs for Trace, for verified campaigns. And I hope that with the new version of the Ethereum network, the gas drops down in the future. So we can. I can't understand what's the promoting if the promoting is just stopping developing it, in other new ways. We can stop the discussions that we have right now on the new design, for example, or. But I totally understand that we should not continue on our payments right now for it. But for promoting, I can't understand. I think it should be more clear.
Well, for promoting, I mean, it's just I don't know why we would want to promote it exactly.
Why would we want to onboard projects on there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, my thought here is it would be cool if we could include, if we're choosing to keep the Gitcoin listing, one of our goals for funding should be to move this to new chains. So that would be a really good funding goal, I think, is just to get paid developers to move this to XDAI or something like that. From there, it sounds like there's a lot of agreements, and hopefully Griff's response gave you some clarity, Monique, of what he means by to stop promoting it.
Yeah, we can discuss it on one-on-one.
Okay, cool. Are there any other discussion points people would like to add to this topic? Are there any actions that need to happen right now regarding this?
There is one, there's a point. We have some money in the Giveth app development. It's about 3,400 guy. I suggest one be volunteer to receive that at its salary. Maybe it doesn't fit the exact period of 4 weeks. Maybe but someone can be volunteer to get, for instance, for 5 weeks and a half to fit that amount. Rami is a candidate. Monique can be another candidate to adjust its payment to, for instance, some day that the value matches his payment. That's it. And the rest of the team will be paid after that by Freshly and XDAI, PSC, or every other network that they want.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I think we can empty it out. And also, just along that note, starting to go towards, it was in 4-week periods, but trying to move everyone to a monthly period for the development people.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm gonna draw the line there because we still have lots of stuff here. And so there's another point here you added, Griff, Griff, update buddy for Matteo, Ashley, and Bowen. Was that for Shell? Okay.
Yes. So since Mateo's buddy is Hannah, so I would like to ask who would replace Mateo's buddy. And also I would like.
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh yeah, and just for Ashley and Bowen, their buddies is Danny, but I'd like to ask if Danny would want to continue to be their buddy and have buddy review calls, or should we assign them to another person?
I'm super fine to still be a buddy. If you'll have me, I'm fine to continue. If somebody wants to choose another buddy, that's totally okay, but I'm here for you.
Okay, great.
Cool.
So I think it would be Mateo.
I wanted to be Mateo's buddy from the beginning, but I'm not allowed. Just saying.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that maybe I would like Carlos to be my buddy. I know he's not full-time yet, but yeah, maybe he would be the best candidate as we are trying to maybe make a big team here in Barranquilla. So
well, then
that would make sense.
Why don't you follow up with him and then just keep Freshell updated?
Yeah, I'll ask him.
Okay. And then this one, reminders on buddy review and adding proposal votes.
Yeah, that is just a reminder for everyone. So since 2021 is ending, and then I would just like to remind to schedule buddy review calls, and then to make that happen, I would have to reach out to those buddies who need to schedule calls and reviews, and also adding votes in the NRG for your role proposal. So there's a list there we should add.
Yeah, and actually there's a pretty good list at the bottom of this agenda with some names and some action items around adding your work agreements to the DAO. Cool, all right. Going past there, there are no new proposals in the NRGive DAO. And going on stuff that's currently in the forum, first topic here is the 20 plus ETH from Rainbow Rolls. I started a forum post from last week's discussion. So far, the only person to propose a solution was Danny. And I just want to point out that Griff, Lauren, Amin, to some extent myself, were kind of on vacation / traveling. So does anybody have ideas? Should we extend the advice process another week, or is everyone feeling kind of a bit meh?
Didn't we do a brainstorm a couple
it's in the forum post. So the forum post, I took all the ideas from the meeting notes and I threw it in the forum post, and we just need to have a solid idea somewhere.
I also linked to this.
Go ahead.
I linked to this. I was excited to see this become a forum post so that I could link to it in the RGive blog post. So that blog post is waiting for review and launch, and that was a piece that I thought was really nice to be able to end it on. That this is what the DAO or the token holders are currently voting on, is how to allocate rewards that we've received from other organizations. So that that blog post is ready to go, and B, it'd be great to have more on the forum post. And once the blog post goes up, I would recommend extending it so we could see if there's other input coming in.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to just extend it, and if we want to take all those ideas and maybe just start proposing something really concrete.
The only question is, do you want it just to sit in ETH while you extend this, or do you want to do something different with it? That could be an earlier question.
Yeah. Oh, Griff gave it like a shy
ETH
thumbs
sounds
up.
good. ETH seems like a good spot for it to sit, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, good. I'm going to move on here. Let's go down to account and wallet address relation. So it looks like there was a couple more comments on there. But Monique, I don't know if you have anything, or Donna, that you wanted to add to this.
Thanks everybody for their contribution on that forum post. I think Marco is actively trying to organize the comments there. And, I have a gentleman agreement for the Marco to summarize it in, on the flow, clear flow for, better understanding for everyone. But, my main problem here is that Taurus, because of its UX, it's the best solution, but the user experience is, that's all from my side. I'm actively pursuing the comments, but I think we have to summarize it in this week. I don't have any idea how. I try to put all the things in the Notion, or draw a flow with the help of Donna and Margot.
Yeah, I can help you on that. And I don't know what's the last solution. What's the last proposed solution with Griff's comments about ENS?
I'm investigating it with dev guys. I need more time from Emin to understand it more, and I think that part is not that much important. The main things that it's for real users that we have. If we can find the substitution with Taurus with the same operation things, it's very good. Yeah, that's all I have on my side right now.
Okay. And so, sorry, you put in a comment there about Marco to summarize the flow, or did I capture that correctly? To design the flow?
Marco proposed the flow in the Figma
right.
or Miro. It's open, but the big problem there is just making everybody to create Taurus accounts, and that Taurus is a big problem here.
This is a really interesting issue, and I do have users that have input to this. So if there's a way that once you have something here, we could put it in front of users, I'd love to be able to do that and be able to get some other besides just us.
Yeah, well, there's a forum post. So let's just use that and just compile the information in there. And then when that happens, then Danny can just shoot it out to your users that want to look at it or add more.
Thank you, Danny. Yeah. And I appreciate if anybody can introduce some other solutions than Taurus that have the same functionality. Combining the OAuth with the Google and creating an address in background. that's why we need and Taurus UX is a little bit confusing even for Web3 users. That's the only point that I have. But the other parts, I think we reached a conclusion. Am I right, Marco? I think the other parts are is a little bit understanding right now, at least for me, and we can reach a conclusion. But that part that you float, we have to create accounts with Taurus. We have to oblige the people to use this application. And
who do we know at Taurus? Are we working on any kind of collaboration with them? I mean, we're integrating them as such an important part of our product. Do we have a partnership there or hooks, anything?
No, I don't think so.
Well, it seems like there's a lot of questions here, and hopefully there's some progress that we can make here. And right now what I see from Monique is that we need to go into this forum post and just try and brainstorm some more solutions. And part of that is, how do we replace Taurus? So I want to move on from this discussion here. Go ahead, Griff.
Okay. Well, just the most obvious replacement for Taurus, it's not the exact same, but it'd be Portis. And they are run by Shapeshift, so Willy would be obviously a great connection there. But I believe they just do email login, not necessarily login with Google account.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that, Mitch. We can.
Okay, good. I'm just going to add that in there. And then just this last one here, multi-sigs. Hopefully we can knock this out. The last item I have here was to create roles in Discord. And that's to you, Ashley.
E6?
Yeah, so
those
you
roles
understand
are
this?
made. Yeah, those roles are made.
Okay, good. Okay, boom. This is done. And then this one here, I think we've spent enough time talking about PAN payment processes. And so I think this one is redundant here. And we've got the right action items here. Just this one forum post from you, Ashley, with the weight configuration review.
I don't know that I made one because we talked about not using SourceCred anymore. So I'm not sure if that was a confirmed decision or not, but I didn't go ahead with that forum post because if we're not going to use SourceCred, then we don't need to configure the weights.
Is that a decision to go away from SourceCred?
Yeah, I think we were always going to use SourceCred, right? It's just we might use the reward system, which includes SourceCred, that TEC is doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that we were going to get rid of SourceCred, but I think we would need to just have like an open look at it through a forum post and choose what we should value from that objective data stream.
Okay, yeah, I can put that up in the forum today.
Okay, great. Moving on from there, this is just for what Frashel was already saying. I think most of this is redundant regarding buddy system and work agreements. Is there anything else regarding this that you wanted to bring up, or you got it covered?
Sorry
I think Forest doesn't have a buddy. I'm sorry.
Okay, Forest needs a buddy. Oh no. Go ahead, Nick.
I want to recommend Ashley since they're working on project verification. Sorry.
Okay, Monique.
For proposals and also their roles, I think it would be appreciated if anyone can join us on this call. I think, as you see, Dana, Mohammed, Amin, Meto, Monique, Raminchik, all of them in your circle. So if someone, participating in a call and show us how we can continue with this process, it would be great, because I'm a little bit confused.
You're talking about adding proposals to the DAO, or I wasn't really sure what you're talking about.
Adding proposal to the DAO, and also the buddy system, and adding the role in the buddy system.
Okay. And so that call is right after this one. Do you think we can take? I know for me, I can show you how to put your work agreement in the DAO in 5 minutes. Like, that's no problem. But for Shell, do you feel like taking like a couple minutes in the dev call and just maybe going through Sobol?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then we can deal with that. Okay. Cool. Did we miss anybody else's points on this one for buddy system and work agreements?
I think that's it.
Okay, good. And the last issue I have on here is KPIs for Giveth. And so this, I made a forum post just from the discussion that we were having last week. And so we talked about a long time ago when we started the working groups about having KPIs for each. So that came up again, and then Monique brought up a good point about, instead of using working groups, instead focus on products and have KPIs for those, or working groups or whatever. And Marco put in a post about 4 disciplines of execution. I'm sorry, I didn't read it all, but that's what I've got for KPIs, and I don't know if anyone else has anything they want to say about it.
I will add my comments on that forum post, sorry.
Okay.
I didn't.
Yeah, I'll chime in on that too.
Okay, good. So let's just keep another week of advice process going on this, and let's see if anything comes out of it. Maybe nothing comes out of it, but at least there's a forum post for it. Go ahead, Marco.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, we have a lot of important things to think about right now. So it's okay if we are not focused on this KPI thing for this month. We got a big launch and everything else. So it's also okay to start having a more broader discussion early January or something like that.
Yes, and the launch itself has its own KPIs, right? There's things we want to be able to celebrate. There's goals to set around the launch and things to watch for that are collective successes. So there's a piece of that is really important as we go into the launch, to think about what are some targets we want to hit and celebrate together.
Mm-hmm.
Also, for PAN payments, there are lots of critics inside the team. So I was assuming that I can relate this with the KPI. If the team or for example, everybody show demonstrating some progress on our goals, we can change the percentages, and also we can imply the 316-degree feedback, and it's kind of evaluation system relating to the KPI, and we can put it related to the PAN payments progress, or it might be not PAN. If you have any other reward, we can relate it, so it makes sense after that. So I think that we're not focused. Myself, I'm not focused. I'm totally agree with Marco that we can postpone it, but it might have some effects in teams managing, losing some incentives for some bodies. So I don't know. We can maybe keep it, and finalize it eventually.
Okay. Cool. Great. Well, there's a forum post, so if you guys think of anything else, you can just go ahead and capture it in there. And we've hit the bottom of the schedule. we can just go around and everyone can give us a word about how they're feeling. And after that, we can close the meeting. I can go first, and I can say that I'm feeling up to date. And I will pass it to Kai.
Hey guys, I'm just amazed about what is all going on, and I feel updated as well. Thanks. I give it to Griff.
Yeah, excited to jump into the forum and be back this week to be more available to discuss a lot of these things. And I'm excited to really chat it up in the forums. I'll pass it to Ashley.
Yeah, I'm feeling focused, and I'll pass it to Danny.
Yeah, I'm stoked about the forum too. And also, you guys hopefully are noting that I'm Danny 2.0 here on Discord right now for a little bit. But the forum is what's got me the most excited, and I'll pass it to Marco.
Thanks, Danny. I feel happy seeing all the process and engagement by everybody on so many areas in Giveth. And I pass it over to Amin.
I'm feeling more updated and I'm fresh after vacation. Happy to see you again. I pass it to Monique.
I feel nervous for the next call. I pass it on to Fushel.
I'm excited for the week. And I'll pass it to
I didn't hear you cut out.
I'll pass it to Donna.
Donna.
I'm feeling synced and updated and engaged, and I'm excited to jump on the forum posts and follow up on the progress. And yeah, I pass it on to Lauren.
I feel super sick, but updated. I'll pass it to Mateo. Oh wait, Mateo.
I'm feeling in sync and ready to work this week. Really exciting things happening. I'll pass it to, not sure, Mosaidi.
Thanks. I'm feeling more updated. Sorry, and I pass it to. That's really hard. Griff?
No. Ashley?
No. Ashley.
I also already went, but I'll pass it to
Pythagorean.
Hey y'all, I'm feeling very curious, and I think all the people I was going to pass it to have gone. So anyone needs to go next. Oh, nice. Thanks.
I haven't gone yet.
Yes,
I'm feeling
we hear.
really energized and also so grateful that I finally had fiber optics installed.
Whoa!
Goodbye, double internet.
We got to get you a UPS.
I have one. I think I have one. Yeah. Griff made a visit during the maternity leave, but we had a dinner and he brought over a UPS gift. Okay, I think everyone's gone. I don't see anybody who hasn't yet gone.
Great. Well, thanks for joining, everybody. We're a minute over time, and the dev call is starting right after this. So thank you all for coming and participating. Jump into the forum, and we'll do this again next week. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
See you guys. Great work.
Cheers.
send you a message, Lauren. Let me know if I can do anything for you.